See you, my homies. Now we review incredible game that's called Payday 3 Beta. Payday 3 is the third installment in the Payday franchise and is being developed by Starbreeze Studios and published by Deep Silver. It's the sequel to the wildly popular and loved game Payday 2, which had a very long lifespan, something we can hopefully expect from Payday 3. Payday is a first-person shooter heist game where you choose from the four main characters: Dallas, Chains, Wolf, and Hoxton. There will be two new heisters joining them, Joy and Pearl. Just like the second game, we can most likely expect a lot more heisters to join them post-launch. I recently had the opportunity to participate in the technical open beta for Payday 3, which took place from September 8 to September 11. I spent a good amount of time playing the game and went to share my initial thought as whether or not it was worth sharing. It's important to note that the main goal of this beta test was to stress test the servers. During the beta, players were able to level up to 20 and unlock a variety of different items to use. It was great because it allowed us to test out different equipment and approach to the heist. Most heist games only offer a choice between going in loud or going in silent, but playing with actual friends instead of AE made the experience more enjoyable. One thing I need to wish for was the ability to control your AE teammates and assign them to different tasks. It would make playing solo more engaging and dynamic. While I didn't see this opportunity in the game during the beta, it will be a great addition in the future. I recently played a game with some friends where they attempted to complete the No Rest for the Wicked, highest boss load and Stanley. Our first attempt was to go loud, which proved to be quite lengthy to the time it took for the termite to blow a hole in the floor. There were some interactive elements such as turning off the sprinklers, but other than that, there wasn't much variety. It will be great if there were more opportunity to go loud, like using a drill on the safe and surviving the fight. This is something that could possibly be in future heist. We also tried to complete the heist tent light, but unfortunately we didn't succeed. However, it was still a lot of fun to split up and explore different parts of the small bank to gather items and progress further. This added more steps to the game and made it feel like we are truly part of the heist. There are a few things in this test that weren't up to standard, but the main thing was controller support. I'd mostly used controllers when playing PC game, as just what I'm used to with growing up as a console person, but while playing Payday 3. The controller refused to recognize some of the buttons I was pressing. I'd sometimes try sprinting and I'd stop every now and again as it could recognize that I was pushing the button. This is something and I hope is fixed when the game launches next week, as personally it's a pain to use the keyboard to play the game. Another issue that I encouraged was not being able to invite my friend, and even when I eventually could, we still could join each other's lobbies. It's clearly a several seat issue and something that Starbreeze is making sure is fixed before the launch of the game. Starbreeze has been very responsible to issues that occurred during the test and provide updates at all times, which was amazing to see, as I prove that they'll have good communication with the community. Payday 3 is all about communication or coordination, and I really do think that it's a game best played in co-op. If you got some friends who are interested in the first-person shooters and heist game, then bring them along and get invested into the Payday world. One less exciting adjustment, however, is a new skill tree system, which does away with the complicated build crafting found in Payday 2 and replaces with a good allowed system that makes you pick just 4 perks to take with you one each job. The good news is that the perk you can equip are pretty darn cool, like one that makes you so charming. Your own hostage will review you if you get downed in a combat, and another that lets you slide. Build out character tree and making wise decision about which role it occupies with a crew was such a big part of Payday 3. so its overly simplified and non-committal replacement feel like a pretty big step backward from what I've seen. So, I know that was only a beta and one specifically designed to stress test the server, all that, but it's still worth nothing that poor technical performance has been one of Payday 3's biggest shortcomings so far. Those who played Payday 2, especially in the early years, will recall how much it suffered from horribly painful technical issues, particularly where server connectivity was concerned. During my time with the Payday 3 beta, I experienced several disconnected and occasionally frame rate hitches that remind me all too much of those frustrating days of not being able to party up with my friend and becoming disconnected in the middle of an intense firefight. I'm really hoping that iron that stuff out by launch, and ideally its beta will help to just that, but I'm still a little worried history may repeat itself. Oh, and as always, the music in Payday 3 absolutely cruises it. Any disappointment I feel when my steel run fails is immediately forgiven once the best drops and the money crazy murder spree begins, making me feel like a complete badass instead of heartless psychopaths. It's new for the series, but it's great to see they haven't dropped that very important ball. Thank you for watching, guys. See you. Goodbye.